The proposal, well, you know,
What did you get to know?
hey, there are a lot of people involved in planning the proposal. I had a plan A, B, C, and D. So let's say plan A through C didn't go through, so we went to plan D.
Before Henry proposed, I knew that it was coming. I didn't know for sure when or where, but I had a feeling that it was going to be soon. And he was supposed to be coming down in November for Thanksgiving, and we were going to have this nice, wonderful family Thanksgiving dinner, and I thought that's when he was going to propose. Well, his mom came down in October for a conference that we had at our church.
It was the weekend of Bishop Leroy's, her minister, her bishop, her spiritual father, his anniversary. And so I told her way in advance that, you know, I won't be able to make it to the anniversary because I have some project I have to work on. So she wasn't expecting me in Tulsa. So my mom decided to attend the anniversary, which was kind of part of the plan as well, so she can go and set up. So the plan worked that my mom flew in on Friday, and on Saturday, Melissa, my mom, and Melissa's mom went to a restaurant together to eat. You know, they were just having lunch, and all Melissa knew was that I was in Maryland, you know, doing a seminar there. And so Amy, who was Melissa's roommate, picked me up from the airport Saturday morning. So I flew in I left Maryland at 6 o'clock Saturday morning. Amy picked me up from the airport and got ready, and I invited, you know, some of Melissa's friends and her close friends and church family members to come along with me to share that experience with me.
I'm sitting there eating and talking with them, and I hear these footsteps behind me, and at first I thought, well, maybe it's just the waitress, because you know if the waitress is walking back and forth, you can hear her feet. Well, then I saw this flash, and I was like, what is that? So I turned around, and right behind me was Henry with a whole group of people, and I was just so surprised, because first of all, he wasn't even supposed to be in Tulsa till November, and second of all these people were there.
She was just totally speechless. She was shocked when she saw me because her back was actually turned towards me. I was very confident when I walked in, but once I was standing there in front of her, I was just so speechless at first, you know, just because of how awesome it felt just being in front of her and about to ask this woman to marry me, to spend the rest of her life with me, about to ask her to trust me with her life. You know, I was a little scared, a little nervous, you know, yes, but, you know, I just poured out my heart to her.
And so he just proceeded to pour out his heart to me and just tell me how his life has just been so much richer with me in it, and that he wanted to spend the rest of his life with me. And of course I said yes.
And thankfully she said yes. And that was October 28, 2006, and that day is always going to be special to me. She said yes, and because of that, we're here today, and I'm grateful to God for that.
The proposal was wonderful, and it was so neat to see how just so many people were involved and part of it, and just to see how he was able to pull it off, because I like to investigate, and he got me good on this one. So, but I'm glad I said yes. I'm very excited to be marrying Henry. He is truly my best friend. He is so wonderful. I tell everyone that he is my blessing and that God sent him into my life.
I'm looking forward to the companionship. You know, just being away, you know, in two different states, you know, it's just so hard. You know, sometimes you want to see the person, you want to hang out with the person, you want to go to the movies with the person. You know, it's just hard being in two different states. So I'm just looking forward to having someone there, someone who really understands me.
And I'm so excited just about what God is going to do with us. We're excited about what the things and the dreams that God has put in our hearts to do. And so we're really, really looking forward to that.
A marriage is a ministry that God has orchestrated to fulfill His purpose on the earth. And so I see this marriage between Melissa and myself as a continuation of that ministry, that the first marriage that God did between Adam and Eve. I see this as a continuation of it to help further the kingdom of God on the earth.
I know it's not by accident that he's from Liberia. I've grown up around Liberians, and I have a special love in my heart for them. So I think it's awesome that God put us together, and I truly, truly am excited about all that is to come. Right now, I'm just very excited. I'm just so happy that Henry's here. He's just, every time he's around, it's just so peaceful. He brings so much peace to me, and just whenever he's around. And I'm very excited. I mean, I've waited a long time for this day, and I'm so glad it's finally here, and I'm so glad that it's with Henry. You know, I would have waited 10 more years if I had to wait 10 more years. If I had to wait 10 more years for Henry, I would have, because he's definitely worth it, and he is such a special, special gift to me. So
I'm just glad that, you know, the whole distance thing is finally,
thank God.
you know.
Yes.
And, you know, but I've always had this peace about Melissa and about our relationship. And so the distance wasn't really a factor, because, I told people, even if she was in China, you know, I will wait for her. You know, if I had to go over there, I would go there, because I know this is something ordained by God. And, you know, time and distance, you know, they really don't add up to what really, to what true love really is, you know. So no matter what the time, you know, how long we're apart, no matter how far we're apart, I always knew that we will eventually be at this point that we are right now.
So we just want to say to everyone who traveled near and traveled far that we just thank you so much for coming. I want to just extend a special, special thank you to all those who have prayed and who have sought God on our behalf. I also want to thank those that have encouraged, those that have sown into this relationship, whether it was time, finances. I pray that the Lord return to you what you have given, and so much more. But just thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you to everyone for helping with the wedding and the planning, and just for being so wonderful. I just want to say thank you.
And thanks to World Revival Temple for my beautiful wife. Sorry that, you know, I'm taking her away with me, but she's still a part of the family.
That's right.
And, we're still going to come back and visit.
And I want to thank Bethel for opening your arms and embracing me wholeheartedly. Thank you guys so much.
Okay. Love you guys.
Bye. We'll see you after the honeymoon.
Don't call us.
I know, right? Our phones will be off. Our computers will be disconnected.
Yeah.
So we'll just talk to you when we get back.
Don't write us either.
I know, right? Send the letters in the mail after the 4th of July, and we'll respond to you as soon as possible.
We love you guys. We still love you, though.